before we were operating informally, but now we have registered a trust to solicit partners and funders and other stakeholders who can come on board and help in attaining this vision. At the moment, what we're doing is we have outreach programs in different areas. And in these areas, what we did is we took the former national acrobats who are trained in China, and they are the ones who are stationed in these different outreach fields. And we are now soliciting on how we can get a center, an academy, whereby now once these students are vetted from the outreaches, then we take the best students and get them inside the academy. And then in the academy, they will follow the curriculum that have been laid down, so that we'll have contemporary acrobatics, where people will be learning different disciplines, balancing, juggling, and we'll also in future want to have another program that will lead to gymnastics, because we actually want to provide the first Kenyan gymnastics. We are not only runners, we can also do some other things.
My name is Matthias Nyamaikavita, and I'm 39 years old. I'm a professional acrobat. I've been trained in China for 2 years, but we've been with the Chinese for almost 4 years. Coming to Kenya, auditioning us.
More than 5,000 people auditioned, and they only took 48 people. And we were put in one hostel. We had 11 girls, and then we have 13 boys. Yeah. And we had to train for like 1 month. Yeah. And then the reason why they had put us there is out of that 48, they still wanted to trim it down to a number that we didn't know. So they were not really very strict or anything, but they're just telling us, you guys are here, you have to practice every day. And they had a program of how we're going to be practicing every day. And we had to start practicing about 10 o'clock in the morning, just doing dance and do a lot of stretching. And then for about 2-3 hours, and then we could go back for lunch. And then we could rest a bit, and then from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, another 2 hours of training. From there on, we could just do a little bit of handstand, a little bit of forward rolls and cartwheels, just the basics of gymnastics. After about 1 month, we went back home, and then after 2 weeks, we were called back again. So when we went back, instead of us being 48, then we had 24 people only that were taken. Then we went for medical tests, just the normal procedures, just to check out about our health and everything. And then in about 2 weeks' time, all the passports and all the documents were ready, and they were ready to go to China.
It was a strange thing reaching in a foreign country, and then the first day we were taken to watch the Chinese performing. It was like magic to us. We couldn't believe that we were going to do it. But after some time, after training, we started by feeling the pains, but after some few months, we adjusted, and we got the interest.
We used to wake up in the morning, very early in the morning, before you go for breakfast. We used to run, then you go back to the gym. After that, you go for breakfast. You go back to the gym again. At lunchtime, we go for lunch. Then after lunch, we sleep for about 1 hour. That's what a must. After that, we go back to practice again until 5. After 5, then we go for our dinner. And after that, we relax. At 7, we used to go to learn Chinese and some music. Then at 4, about 10, then we go to sleep. It was a routine every day, the same thing.
So I did a basic ballet. We did also we did also a lot of music coordination, you know, just to get used to doing music, and so that the moment you get on stage, it's easier for you actually to coordinate while you're listening to music. And then after that, for about 2 hours of dance, we went back to the hall again, just to do the basics of acrobatics and to do our individual skills there.
We were taken to several provinces there, like Guangzhou, that we used to perform there. Shanghai, we went to Shanghai. Went to Shenzhen, went to Beijing, and many others.
I think we learned a lot more faster. They were really amazed because actually we were supposed to be there for about 3 years or 4. But within 1 year, 6 months, we could get on stage and do a show. And they were really impressed because our learning ability was really fast. And compared to the Chinese, we got on stage a little bit earlier. They could get on stage in 3 years. But we got on stage at about 1 year and a half. We were already getting on stage. And we could also do some shows around China. And it was really amazing, and they were really impressed.
Coming back home, we were like stars. Everyone wanted to see what we were doing, but we could not perform until first we performed for the president. After performing for the president, that's when we started performing all over the country. And people were so interested with what we were doing. It was so exciting. And because it was new to them, they were saying it's voodoo, juju. So we were performing, but people couldn't believe it's real.
We were based in Kasarani. They have an hostel there. And they actually gave us everything. There's food, there was rehearsal space, and the stuff that we came with from China was also part of what we were rehearsing on every day. So the thing is, we just had to keep the standard of a professional very high, and we also did a lot of shows around Kenya, everywhere. We went everywhere around Nairobi, around Mombasa, you know, basically around the country.
And we were in demand. People were really asking for our performances. Always we were fully booked. But because we were in school, learning academically, and at the same time practicing, we could not go to all the shows. We could not go and perform everywhere they call us. But we were good, and everybody wanted to see our performance.
Considering the professionalism that we had, it was really above board that the acrobatic standard now started growing, and it wasn't going up. And it was really nice, you know. The problem is, when we got back, we were working with the government for about 10 years. And then after then, the interest was not there because even the pay wasn't good. They didn't even take a lot of, you know, like the props issues into matters. They didn't even consider us, you know. The interest of acrobatics just died on its own because the problem is funding was not there. So we're just lying there being paid every month, but very little was being paid, you know. And even we didn't have so many shows because all the props that we came in from China just started, you know, crumbling down, and they couldn't repair them. The mats, they were worn out, they couldn't repair them. So we gave up, and there was this measure whereby the government had to cut out the number of people in the government because there's so many people. So we acrobats opted to just take a golden handshake and went for early retirement and just started doing our own things.
My name is John Dindy, and I started acrobatics in 1995. By then, actually, we were doing gymnastics, and we used to do it as a hobby, something that we love out of fun. We didn't think of it as something that will help us to earn a living in the future, but it was a way of young boys coming together and having fun. So with time, an idea propped up, and me and my friend Michael Wanyeke, we decided to start a group.
My name is Michael Wanyeke Mwangi. I'm an acrobat by professional. Na acrobats nilianza kama for fun wakati nikiwa myang, nikiwa primary, so tulikuwa tunafanya tu for fun. Hiyo ni late 80s, tukafanya for fun mpaka early 90s, tukakuja tukapata jamaa wanafanya show, na ilikuwa mwafisha mbali walikuwa na perform Bomas of Kenya, na tulikuwa tumewaadmire tukiwatch show yao. So walikuwa wanatu advice, wanatuambia pia hii ni kazi apart from kuwa tu ni for fun yani. So wakatuambia tu keep it up, na wakakuwa natupatia moral na kututrain, unaona. Saa 1996 ikakuja ikakuwa ni serious business, tukaform group pamoja na OT wa Mighty Jambo, ndio tukaita Mighty Jambo. So ilikuwa hiyo ndio group ya first sisi kama youth kuwa together na kuwa na group yetu ile tumejiformia si wenyewe.
We had numerous challenges back home. We don't have proper training spaces. We don't have equipments. We don't have qualified teachers to actually train this art. So you find the quality that has been coming out has been poor. Why? Because it is a person thing. You pass to the next generation, but you're not qualified in that area.
If they train themselves, the standard of acrobatics is deteriorating compared to somebody who's been trained, professionally. Because now the standard really varies. But if you've been trained professionally, then the standards keep going up. And that's one of the things that we should really do.
Kuna tofauti kubwa sana juu kule system imewapangia. Kama ukiangalia kila shule ama kila college abroad, wako na places zao za practice, wako na places zao za gymnastics, wako na places zao za gymnastics, wako na viwanja zao iwe ni za football ama kitu kama hiyo.
The problem is that acrobatics is considered as a ghetto thing. They know these are just a kid. They just consider it as a kid's stuff.
It's recommended that if you want to be fit in acrobatics, you have to train, let's say, like 8 hours in a day. And you must have something to eat. And most guys, as you know, they are from humble families, and others poor families. They have nothing to sustain them. After practice, someone wants to eat, no money. Wants to eat, no food. When he goes back at his parents' place, maybe the food which is there is too less to give him back the energy to practice the following day. So sometimes you get people skipping rehearsals or skipping practice. So it takes them long to get one act together.
Sometimes it's because when they have training, they are not getting paid. So like now after here, they go and look for, they don't know what they're going to eat. As long as there are shows, after show, maybe they stay for 1 week or 2 weeks without a show. So during that time, they're just there, and they have to come and practice.
Jambo bwana, have a good time, enjoy the summer. Jambo bwana.
Acrobatic safety measures has to be number one key, because it's dangerous. When you break a leg, you just stop doing it for the rest of your life. But you see, if you would take safety into consideration, then it's easy for you to do it for as long as you can. We lack trainers also because we have a few, and the few we have, they cannot be everywhere, you know, and even in terms of payment, there's no one to pay them. So they just do their own thing instead of, you know, trying to concentrate and train some kids. They can only train kids who can pay. And again, like I told you, those kids who do acrobatics, they come from a humble background. They don't have money to pay. So that's another challenge that we have.
My name is Christopher Idongo, and I started acrobatic when I was age 12. Acrobatic yetu kulingana vile nimekuwa kwa hii field, nime notice sana kuna challenges nyingi sana ambazo sasa sisi ambao tulianzia hapo awali kama hatuwezi kuzirekebisha, hii generation ndogo itakuja pia kufuata kuface hizo challenges. Na moja ni kama marketing, kwa sababu acrobatic bila marketing pia haiwezi work. Na pia ikifanyiwa marketing mzuri pia ni career kama zingine. Na equipment pia za kufanyia mazoezi. Na spaces kwa mfano unaona kama hapa kwetu hatuna space ya kufanyia training.
Nimekuwa nikitrainia kwa hard surface. Shows tumekuwa tukiperform kwa hard surface mahali kama pale kwa floor. Abroad tukienda tunachapa hii acrobatic. Hiyo pia inakuwa ni kama show. Wanashanga juu ya vitu mbili. Ile acrobatic ni something amazing kwao. Wenyewe wanaona ni African show na huku tunaitanga mkuku, yani ile show ya speed na ni energetic. Unaona? Sasa wanashanga juu ya hiyo. Alafu wanashanga mahali mnafanyia.
There is this sect that came out in Kenya that is called Mungiki, and they had lots of problems with the policemen. So the law enforcement actually confused us with these people because we put dreads and they also have dreads.
Shida gani zinatukumba?
Tunakosa classification especially in acrobat. Kwa nini? Kwa sababu hakuja kuwa na foundation poa, si ndio? Sasa tunataka kujiestablish. Sisi ndio tunajenga hizo standards. Sisi ndio tutaset kule hizo standards zinaanzia. Tumeamua sasa tumejengesha shule na tukitrain mtu kuanzia level 1 to level 2 atakuwa maintain this level of qualification.
Kitu important zaidi sahi kwa hii dunia yenye iko computer, na tukiangalia maakro wengi sahi kitu ka comp atujui, ndio mtafute job mtatafuta through net, na ni watu wachache sana wako access na internet.
Crew yetu tumekuwa tukicheza from the beginning the same thing. But
kesi hata ushikwe uwezi toa document yoyote ya kazi yako. Unaweza ambua nipatia ID ya kazi iko wapi, hauna Kasarani. So,
if you have some people who can just come around and you just support a project, you know, like what some NGOs are doing, like what Mighty Trust, Mighty Jambo Trust is doing. You know, you start as a project, a small project. Keep people in one area whereby they can be training every day. And if you have people coming in just to give us a backup, you know, to pay some instructors, and also these small kids just to provide them with food, you know, and small accommodation, and put them in one place, then the professionalism of acrobatics or gymnastics will really be up to standard, you know.
An institution is the best way to solve this problem, because without an institution, without proper curriculum, without proper systems to nurture this art to a very different level, then we will just be in the same place, whereby you find you are trained informally, then the person that is trained informally, he has a substandard level, and then he trains another person, the next generation. The next generation trains the next generation. So this means that the quality goes lower and lower and lower. And this is something that we want to cut.
Tukipata organization ambayo kama hii ambayo inaanzishwa na Mighty Jambo, tunajua nini zetu za artistic nini zitaendelea vizuri.
The government has agreed to support us. We have started the Kenya National Acrobatic Association, of which we want to put all the acrobats together. This is an umbrella which will take care of all acrobats in Kenya.
Acrobat is one of the best talents that we are really encouraging these youth to engage in, because although it's a talent, okay, we cannot bring everybody on board, but the few who can actually understand and like it, we are really encouraging, because it's really making our youth to be enlightened. They travel a lot, they engage a lot in foreign issues, and so at the same time, whenever they get little amount from wherever they are, they invest it back home. And when they do reinvestment here, also they assist their families, okay, to get better education, better housing, better living, especially their young ones. So we feel that acrobat is one of the fastest growing area that the youth, if engaged also, it gives an exposure to this person. Very much exposed. So he's able now to understand also, it makes them also to be good society people. Because when one does a lot of training, you see, he does not have another time to go again and do crime or commit crime. Secondly, acrobat is a disciplined activity, the way I look at it, because our boys who are in that line are so disciplined, very well behaved. So we feel that actually is one of the best activity that a youth engaged in it actually shapes one and into a very good. I'm 100% sure, if well coordinated and well structured, so that we don't have complaints that the youth, maybe the sponsors are getting money on their behalf. If they are empowered, they'll be given a good opportunity. Actually, it is a very good income generating for this youth, and also for themselves also, and sharpens their brains. And I feel that it's going to have a very good impact, because we have to nurture these ones, the smaller ones, so that we have the big acrobats, like our brother here. One has to start as smaller ones to be. And if one starts in those early ages, and it grows with that potential, and grows with that respect, and with that discipline, then our society is going to be well connected. We shall have people who are well behaved, and actually they'll mature enough and very good. My final words to the youth is that they should also come out whenever they are to visit our offices for more information, because the government has a lot of projects for the youth, especially the government has Kazi kwa Vijana that is trying to help the youth. We have the youth fund. We are encouraging them. I'll only encourage them to come up and leave the world of crime, the world of gangsters, the world of illicit brew, the world of drugs. They should come out and join and be good citizens through these programs that have been brought by Jambo.
2003 after tumekuwa na long contract na Safari Park.
Exactly.
2003 ndio tumepata contract yetu ya kwanza England as a group. Hizo miaka yote, karibu miaka almost 8 years, ndio tumerudi 2008. 2008. Lakini contract nayo ilikuwa ya breaks kwa sababu haikuwa timu ya mfululizo, ilikuwa na breaks za kama miezi 9. Ya kwanza ilikuwa miezi 6. Ingine ndio zingine zikafuatia zilikuwa miezi 9 hizo. Sasa ndio wakati tumerudi, lakini project yetu nayo ilikuwa bado Mighty Jambo Trust ilikuwa inaendelea, lakini vile hatuko kwa ground sasa. Sasa after vile sasa tuko ndio tunaona itakuwa active sasa.
Internationally tulianzia India, hiyo ndio place ilikuwa country ya kwanza kuenda 1999. Tulikuwa tumeenda kucheza performances ya Miss India ambaye alikuwa ni Miss World by then. So ilikuwa ni huko kunaitwa Pune. India place state inaitwa Pune. So ilikuwa ni function kubwa. Ilikuwa na stars wa movie wa siku hiyo akina Mithul na wengine, so tulimingle, tulicheza stage moja na Shaggy na entertainers wengine wa South Africa. Kutoka hapo tukaenda Netherlands, hiyo ndio country ilikuwa ya kwanza kuingia Europe, hiyo ilikuwa ni 2000. Tulicheza circus, ilikuwa inaitwa Cirque d'Hiver, inamaanisha winter circus. So ilikuwa ni 2001, tukaingia bado tena Netherlands, tukacheza one of the biggest festivals in the world, inaitwa Festival Mundial. 2003 tukarudi tena Netherlands, tukacheza Festival Mundial. Hiyo 2002 tena 3 bado tukaenda pamoja na Mighty Jambo akina United Kingdom.
The kids, those are the ones that trained now working. They've become adults, others have married. And I have some also with me today. They can tell you more about what they've learned through a professional teacher. For this, I can't speak for them. They're the ones who speak for me. But what I can say is that I've trained them, and the people, the Ministry of Culture went around looking for kids to take to China for 1-year training. And they were among the ones who were picked because they were good.
Mwalimu alikuwa anaitwa Mathias, yalifunziwa China, na alikuwa anajuana na Director wa Njugu. Kujanga tukaona yenye dream yetu. Through yeye, juu alikuwa good example. Tutakuwa kama yeye siku moja.
So vile alikuja pia tulikuwa tumeenjoy sana.
We are working with the government through the Ministry of Youth and Sports and also the Ministry of Culture, because we want to engage them into these activities that we are doing. Already we have several partners and stakeholders who have actually shown interest in helping this project. We have Circo de Horrors, that is in Spain. We also have Studio One, that is in the UK. We have we also have live entertainment, that is in Dubai. And these are people who have actually shown interest in helping in different areas, because like live entertainment, they have shown in helping through the exit programs. So these students, once they have done the shows, now they can have some exit program whereby they can go and do their shows and actually gain economically. My final words is we cannot actually achieve this project on our own. We actually want people who share the same idea and the same concept, because this is a project that is helping the youth, and it is a youth project. So it is a project that will actually impact the society at large with well-wishers and other stakeholders who can join us together and see that we can achieve having an academy here in Kenya. It will actually help a lots of youth here in the ghetto.